Welcome back to Dewan Pundit Indonesia, the English version. Still from the Premier League. Just when you think Manchester United can finally find some rhythm, boom, another problem hits them. And this time,
what rhythm?
It's Lisandro.
What rhythm?
What sort of form? What club is Liverpool and Man City? Small clubs, Brighton, Bournemouth, Palace.
Hey, come
now
on.
we're talking.
They're getting better.
From which
They're
point?
getting better. From the previous part.
From the
That's why I said,
Yeah.
just when we think
Agree.
United
Yes.
is starting to find their rhythm,
Yes.
another unfortunate event has
Agree with that.
had
Oh,
to
that's a bad
happen
one.
to them.
Yeah,
It's
a bad one.
Lisandro Martinez. As a fan, do you have anything to comment?
So United
Who's the
fans.
fan?
Lucky.
Who's the United fan here?
Who is it?
So that.
You're answering. You're answering.
Bache fan.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jose.
Am I not
Jose.
supposed to
Fridge.
tell everyone that Adiani is a Manchester United fan?
Maybe not. Yeah, because
yeah.
it's tied to my family. Yeah. So for Lisandro Martinez, unfortunate. Getting injured after coming from Ajax Amsterdam. I think this is another setback for him. The ACL will indeed become that's a very terrible injury. I think he's out for the season. Last season, problematic with injuries as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is the problem that Lisandro and Manchester United have, which is injuries. And I think to a key player such as Lisandro, this will be very difficult to take for that backline. If not, already terrible.
Terrible.
This is a double whammy.
Double terrible. Yeah, fitness-wise, I think Lisandro he has had three injuries, different injuries with
Lengthy
his
ones, yeah.
Yeah, foot, knee, and calf. Like he
Ouch.
missed much of last season, and he coming in. I think he's instrumental to the plan that Amorim needs from his wide center back, because we know from his time at Lisbon also he uses the left center back and the right center back for the progression of the ball, be it progressive carries or progressive passes, but it's the key position in his team. With Lisandro out, I think we know so much about the value of Lisandro as a ball carrier, as a progressive passer. Then with him out, I think they have Mathis de Ligt then that can play there. Lenny Yoro is still young, but when I see Lenny Yoro, I still saw that Southampton winger that plays against him. I forgot the name, but he skinned him many times.
Abdurrahman.
Sulaiman Abdul something. But he skinned him every time. Every time. So that's a really problem position. So I hope Lenny learns from that. 2-0 to Crystal Palace. I think the fastest Man United player to Man United manager to reach 5 home defeats from all the other Manchester United managers. 5 in the last 7. It's not like great viewing. So I don't think they're finding their feet. I think their feet is still somewhere somewhere out there. But
Between the clouds.
Between
like
the
a rainbow.
clouds,
Like a rainbow.
Well, but we know this is coming, the match against Crystal Palace. Glasner, he has this Palace's form at the start of the season is not that great, but slowly and steadily, I think it's just one loss in the last 8 Premier League games for Glasner and Palace. A very, very great side, a very solid side that Man United has struggled to come up against.
Anything?
Yeah,
to
I
add,
like Man
Aldi?
United now. I like more.
Really?
You like more about
Really?
No, come on. We saw any improvement from this side from Amorim, because Firzi digging on about. Okay, this is the first manager that have a fastest manager
Home
to
defeats.
because
home league defeats.
that's Ten Hag faults. Because this is a team that Ten Hag's,
the legacy.
There's a legacy, and there's no time spree to
for Amorim to
change
things.
And it's not.
But you can't
just
keep on losing at home. You have to be more pragmatic. Sometimes, you don't want to lose your control in the locker room, but there's a certain style of play that the players right now I think they're a bit more comfortable. And not just playing with that high intensity from the sides, pressing from midfield where you don't have the players. And then in that match against Crystal Palace, who's playing up top? Kobe Mainoo.
That
is not the best way to go playing at home. where you are struggling, where you are better playing away from home with the pressure from the crowd, and then you come up with Kobe Mainoo playing up top. He did well in the previous match, but it's a different beast. Crystal Palace, the team that's been the thorn on the side of Manchester United, as same as Brighton and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to difference one thing: the coach that prepared the team and a bad, or dissatisfying performance from the player. Because what Kobe Mainoo performs on the pitch, there's nothing Amorim can do.
But he's not a player that's comfortable.
And he's the only option. He's the only
He
option.
can coach him.
Ugarte, his only option.
That's his job, literally.
Yes,
That's
coach.
his job.
Coach.
Literally.
I'm suddenly I'm being a
coach
Man
him?
United lawyer.
When you have players like Højlund, okay, he's struggling, but
Højlund's striker, but-
he's a forward. And then Zirkzee, he's a forward. He knows what to do. Or if you don't trust Zirkzee or Højlund, get somebody from the academy that plays as a forward.
He did from the midfield.
But Kobe Mainoo is
Toby.
not that guy who can progress towards the
There's a
penalty area.
lot of option for
of the
Amorim
opponents.
on the bench. Maybe from academy, there's not a lot of option.
Go and play the kids. If the kids can perform,
And then
better,
he pick a
And then
kids,
we-
and then he
always
lose
say he-
again.
But
we-
playing the kids, losing is fine.
Even
It's better
Mainoo
than-
is a kid. Still.
Better than forcing
do
someone
not
to play in
players in that
Yeah, yeah,
age
yeah.
To play not in their position. It's difficult, and he has to take on that many information in like 2 training
It's
sessions.
easy to
Impossible.
to analyze like that because it's hard to Amorim to do something more with this situation with United,
But at
especially
least
with
don't get beaten.
it's
Yeah.
I think
more
it's fair.
harder than
I think it's
to
fair.
avoid it.
I think if
Yeah.
you feel like your job is safe until the next season,
Yeah.
because I think Amorim wants to take the job next season.
From
But
someone.
then Ineos comes in, puts the cash in his mouth, and he wants to go straight there. But when you hear him speak and what he's trying to explain to the press, I think he doesn't fancy this job this half season. So he was looking forward to starting the job fresh pre-season next summer. But as things now is going, it's not going according to plan. And if you don't
Of course,
win matches, then you're going to be in big trouble as a Manchester United coach.
Yeah, but it's hard to facing Crystal Palace. We have to admit that Crystal Palace is Glasner especially is very good coaches. He had a very good player. This Man United side, is not fully ready.
I know.
That's why. If you know,
I know.
That's why
They're not ready, but you have
That's
to
not
prepare
ready.
them
That's
to
why
be ready.
they're not
and
ready.
not get beaten at home by the likes of Brighton.
Brighton's
and
good
then
side.
the likes of Crystal Palace.
7-0 good side.
Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah, that's why.
Nottingham Forest.
That's why I still give a, you know.
That midfield needs to press and work hard.
Of
What
course.
do you do?
Yeah.
Of course.
You stack that midfield with
Do
five
you think
players.
Amorim doesn't say that in the locker room? Hey,
But it's not
Ugarte,
working.
Mainoo, you have to do this, blah 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 blah. I think Amorim already said that.
It's not working.
So what? Bench Mainoo and then bring who? An experienced player, very green player from the academy.
No, you put
It's
Mainoo.
harder to do
you
that.
put Kobe Mainoo playing that midfield. You don't put him
On
near
top.
that double 10 or a number 9. And then you put Ugarte beside him or somebody else that has that defensive capabilities, and just make it hard for teams like Crystal Palace who press from that mid block, and they do that the variety of passes from the likes of Eberezer, and then you can see people coming from the back
Munoz.
line, Munoz firing from the right side, very dangerous. So when you see players like that in the opponent's side, you have to press from that mid and then engage them.
Yeah.
But Manchester United, they
That's
don't press.
it, like
they
you
don't
said,
work.
in
They don't
the
work
ideal
as
world.
off the ball.
In ideal world, like you said before, United should do this, but it's not ready enough. It's
No, but I think with Amorim, I thought he found the right formula for the midfield
Yeah.
with Mainoo and
Ugarte.
Ugarte in the midfield, because we talk about how the midfield against Newcastle was very, very poor with Eriksen and Casemiro, and then he put in those two young, not two young players, Ugarte and Mainoo, but it works. But when it works, he sometimes use another template of a play of a system for the next match. And I think the last 20 goals that Man United scored, 19 of them came in the second half, because it just goes to show that what whatever lineup he puts on the team sheet is not working in the first half, and then he rectified it after halftime, which in his credit it works.
Game management.
Then, game management is good.
But game management, if you go ahead in that first half, it becomes more.
It should be better if
you have predicted
for the players that
Manchester
United has right now. So if you go behind, then it's going to be a problem. And the same as if you look at Tottenham, if they get a lead and then they throw it away and then they go behind, it's problematic for them. Manchester United, they have to score first.
Even Man City, they lead, and then what? 9 games.
They are 4 times champions.
Exactly. We talk about this season. Come on. Even Man United is 19 or 20 Premier League winner.
About Manchester United has got to be better.
Of course.
And Amorim cannot lose as much as
I think
matches at home.
I think a Manchester United coach cannot afford to lose 5 of his first 7 home games. Not a chance. Even Mourinho in his whole career.
He's going to be sacked in the morning? No.
Yeah, of course not.
That's why he's doing experiment.
Because Man United doesn't want to pay,
including play Maino as a number 10, including play Maino more forward as a rather than a number 8.
Yeah, but
so
that's the thing. He knows that he cannot get sacked, so he just make that kind of wild experiments every matches. So I don't know, because this team is obviously not his team. We all know that.
Yeah,
but
that's number one.
He wants this team to be his team. If you know what I mean. He wants this team to.
I think he wants to say something.
I want 4-3-4-3.
Yeah,
go.
He wants to say something to the board as well. Like this crop of players. I can't work with them. But still, you can't get beaten at home as much as he has done right now. And I think the squad is not playing the way that the crowd wants.
No big 6 team that can allow to beaten 5 times at home. Nobody.
Nobody. Course. Especially Man United.
Man United
20 times Premier League champions.
Top team, Champions League winner. But it's hard. It's hard time to Amorim. It's hard time to Man United players.
To the fans.
To the fans, of course. So, but it's not easy to fix it in just a week or
so. That's why I think he should play the kids, because if you think about the matches where the kids are shining, and they put a lot of pressure on Amad Diallo, so why not change the whole squad to the under 21s
and breaks the locker room harmony?
Well, he has to do it because he doesn't care about the players right now.
Yeah.
I think next summer.
Okay, well,
5-6 players will go
then
out.
we talk about summer, but now
play the kids.
Yeah, it's always
I think the under 18 if they play, or the under 21 if they play in the Premier League for Manchester United, they won't get relegated.
Speaking of young players, Amad Diallo suddenly become one of Manchester United's key players.
And that's the problem, Panjita. That is the problem. If you have Amad Diallo, as great as he is, but you put the pressure on this kid, a Manchester United squad, a club that is as massive and special, and then you have Amad Diallo as your best player, then I'm concerned.
That's worrisome.
That's saying something about
I'm concerned because there's no leaders, because there's no elite player taking charge.
So Bruno is not leader for you?
No, he's not. Who's that? Amad, this guy, I feel for this guy. He's a poor kid.
Yeah.
The pressure that he has being the best player for Manchester United, he can't do it game in, game out. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's not healthy mentally.
He needs help.
Him.
He needs help, and nobody's helping him. He's enjoying the moment, yes, but he needs to share that burden and not just be the go-to guy for Manchester United. He's not in the mold of Eric Cantona yet. He's not in the mold of Roy Keane yet, where they can take that responsibility and go and play as the best player every game, and then trying to pick up the rest of the side. But Ahmad can't do that.
Yeah, even the class of '92, they have that spine of players like Schmeichel, Erwin, and everyone that they can rely on for the harder matches. With this team, I don't know. I don't think even if you put in the academy players, because Man United are not bringing up players on the system that Amorim wants to, because he's a new guy there. He has a new system that maybe not compatible yet with what the academy directors play with the under 18 team. So
at least the under 18 is champions.
At least, but not with the way that Amorim wants to play, right?
And I think Collier should play more.
Should play
Oh
more,
yeah, I forget the name. Yes,
Yeah.
very good young player.
He's he
I
has the
don't-
traits of Nicky Butt.
I don't see any pressure to Ahmad Diallo.
No
Okay.
pressure.
He's enjoying the moment. I agree with that. It's a very good situation for Ahmad Diallo. He can upgrade his value,
Okay.
the contract-wise, the money-wise. He's a very important player for United, even though he's not started every week.
Okay.
Maybe in
And
the
he
second half.
has signed that contract too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For Manchester United.
Exactly, that's the point. So that's what you know. The great players build from the pressure.
Okay.
If this is kind of pressure, okay, they need to embrace the pressure. Even if he will play in other club, this is will be the moment that he will be thankful for.
Yeah.
Because
if he succeed.
if he succeeds, I believe he will succeed. Because with this environment, with Man United, great club as Man United, he's become the go-to guy. Is very good.
Yeah.
Because there's no other player will step up as good as he is. Even Garnacho, even
I think
Højlund.
Lisandro's step up very well. I think
Exactly,
in
that's
the
why-
last few matches
Yeah.
before the injury, I think
Yeah.
that
That's
was
why-
the
yeah.
one that is most dangerous coming forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
including
Oh,
that game-
especially his goal against
the
your
game
team,
against,
right? Yeah.
against Liverpool.
yeah, Lisandro. I like
Fulham.
him.
Deflected
Fulham, the deflected one, not
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Deflected one. Yeah. That
So
was
United,
a
Liverpool,
deflection.
Fulham.
and
Three.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Four.
People think that I'm an Arsenal
Below
fan.
you.
Right. Last question. Despite everything that's been going on, what's the most realistic target for Manchester United? still?
Europa League champions.
Europa League champions.
yeah,
Not
as
As
Barring the
strange and as
game.
weird as that sounds, I think Tottenham, as weird as that sounds too, I think Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, two top favorites for that Europa League trophy. I think so. So unbeaten still in the Europa
Unbeaten,
League.
yeah, in the
So you have a Jekyll and Hyde side. You can play good and
Yeah.
organized in Europe, but not so much playing domestically, which is a problem. And again, if you can't find a way to beat Crystal Palace, your Bournemouth, your Brighton at home, then it's going to be a rough season. And this is going on for quite some time, even under Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, and I think they're not gonna meet Tottenham again until the final, right?
Yeah.
If they're both
Yeah.
advances, so yeah.
I'm not going to see that final.
I hope
We need
there's no
another
final like that.
team to face Tottenham or Manchester United. Don't make it an all English Tottenham Manchester
Yeah.
United final.
I'm still gunning for Man United as a finalist, rather than that club.
If things go this way, I think they will become champions.
Exactly right.
Does it make sense because they're losing too many matches?
Yeah.
And I think there's a plot twist in that.
That's
storyline.
why
There's
there
a
is
light at the end of the
improvement. There's a
tunnel.
slight
Yeah.
chance to.
The light at the end of the
Amorim.
tunnel is a train.
It's a train, yeah, like
Said
Postecoglou said.
Postecoglou.
Yeah.
I love
So
that guy.
be happy, be optimistic, United fans.
Enjoy the moment.
Not
Although,
really.
although it's
But
kind of
the
hard to do
suffering,
that
I
right
think,
now.
for Manchester United fans, I think they can take it.
Yeah.
From all the glories and all the great
Yeah,
times.
they've got all their good times.
Yeah, this is just a bit of
Just a
Oh
bit.
come on, you two! You
good
happy
and
to
the
see
bad.
it like
if
this?
you order a taco and
Oh,
you
I
put it
know.
on top the lime, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit more
When life gives you
spicy.
lemon, yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the
Well,
road.
that's it from Manchester United, and next we're going to talk about Aston Villa as
Oh, yeah.
promised. So stay tuned only on
Why should
DPI.